Bitch, I'm ill. Bitch, I'm ill. These niggas capping. They not for real. JMTV. What's good, y'all? Happy motherfucking birthday to me. Just wrapped up my weekend birthday celebration. You know, my Jack extravaganza. It was an excellent Jack History Month. Appreciate all y'all who showed love and sent me messages and texts and all that. I appreciate you. Shit. Right now, you know what it is. We in rehydration mode. You get older, you get smarter. Well, that's the plan, right? You get older, you get smarter, so. I drank a lot, so so you gotta like replace it with the pure. You know, you put all that toxin in your body, you gotta replace it with the pure. But it's good to see y'all, even though I can't see y'all. But I know y'all out there, y'all showing love, y'all supporting, and I appreciate y'all, man. Episode 10, I believe so. Episode 10 or 11, just in case. I don't want to start over, so. Episode 10 or 11. Or should I say episode 11, and then I could edit it later, whatever. Anyway, man. Don't got a lot of time, but I did want to get this out the way. I wanted to get this done, make sure I tapped in with y'all for the week. Football is back, kind of, preseason. Anthony Joshua, I'm a boxing fan, so Anthony Joshua, I guess he lost. I haven't watched no clips or nothing, but I mean, it's not really no Americans doing their thing right now. I'm not trying to be biased, but I'm not really impressed with everybody. I do like Tyson Fury, but I guess he retired, so it is what it is, right? What else going on in sports since I'm on that subject? To start shit out. Basketball, anything? No, nothing really happened. LeBron signed the deal. I guess his sons, they balling out. Go check them out. Check out their little highlights and they viral shit. Little Bronny and Bryce. And LeBron re-signed with the Lakers. So, you know, as a Laker fan, that's a good thing. I enjoy having LeBron James on the team. Even if y'all don't like it, we don't care. We the fucking Lakers, man. Fuck you thought. What else going on? Music. I think Rondo got shot or some shit. I ain't read nothing about it yet. I ain't really even had time to be checking the social media shit like that, so work with me. Did I watch any new movies? I was watching Lightyear earlier with my daughter. That shit looked kind of fly. Looked dope. I mostly was watching, you know me. I was on the MCU shit this weekend. You know, mostly. I don't know, there's something about the Marvel shit. I have it on in the background, write a rhyme in like 10 minutes. Like, I, you know, prepare my whole week, you know what I'm saying? Like, listening to Tony Stark's talk shit. Like, that's just me. That's just the nerd and the nigga. And at this point, at this age, it's great to be able to be like, so what? I fuck with it. Like, so what? I fuck with it. You feel me? I guess that's where we at, huh? Happy birthday to me again. Like, that's where we at, huh? I hope y'all peeping it, because I'm definitely giving y'all something even right now, even if you don't recognize it. But I did have a topic, so without further ado, we won't even make this shit too long. We'll try to get in and get out. I think I was talking about it during the week. Something I hear and I see a lot of that's proliferated amongst the black culture is isolation. Isolation. A lot of people in our communities, in our culture, are hurt. Whether it be mentally, whether it be emotionally, whether it be from friends, whether it be from family, you know, so on and so forth, from loss, trauma, just all these different things that affect our people in the culture. And I notice one of the things that we talk a lot about, and I don't really see it with other cultures. I don't see it amongst other races, and maybe it does exist. And I would like y'all to show me another culture that's so divided. Show me another culture that promotes isolationism. So I guess that's what we're talking about today, right? I think about the parents. I think about when I used to see my Mexican friends, and I would see the friends from other cultures, even some of my black friends too, that I think they understood the importance of family. They understood the importance of staying together. But I can go back with my own experience, always kind of being made to feel like I was a burden, in a home. I think a lot of black kids go through this where we feel like we a burden. And there's this kind of like negative energy that we get from the parental figures, the guardians, the grandmothers, whoever, like we stopping them from doing something. I can't describe it fully, but you're made to feel a certain way. And maybe then you grow up and you can't wait to get your own, have your own, and you think it's so much about yourself and not really understanding there's so much value in the group. There's so much value in continuity. There's so much value in community. That's why our communities look how they look, because we all don't understand that. And I'm going to be the first to tell you, I'm not on the front line. I'm not out there. Do I want to? Yes, I do. Let's have a conversation. Anybody got some information where I can help with something, I'm willing to if time permits. Or not say if, I will make time and when time permits. But that's where I'm starting it from, right? Like, you grow up feeling like you're being forced out the house. When you turn 18, you got to get out of my house. When you're 18, you got to get out of my house. You feel like you're this burden underneath it. Where the loving families that I see, the successful families, there's no, when you're 18, you got to get out of my house. It's you have to continue to grow and progress. If you get on some fuck shit, then you got to get out of my house. Like, if you out there, you want to be a street nigga, you want to sell drugs, and you don't have to, and your parents have provided enough for you to where you could go to school or you could start a business, you can do so. You have options. That's what we hope to do as parents, is create options for our children. But when you're feeling like you're burdened, even from that point, you don't feel like you have a lot of options, right? But let's fast forward even further. Isolationism. Like, is this even a word? Did I just make this shit up? Probably. I've been smoking today. I've been having a nice, cushy kind of day. So, probably. Isolationism. Yeah, I'll write that shit in the title too, nigga. Whatever. We just invented some shit. We do. That's what we do here. We innovate. Anyway, but yeah, I just trip off that vibe, man. And I always thought that the families that stick together no matter what and realize, hey, this is my people, this is our blood. I'm gonna look out for you. I'm not gonna send you out into the world blind and not knowing what's going on. Like, I literally had parents who were like, figure it out. Like, what do you mean figure it out? Tell me what the fuck is going on. Like, what is that? What is that? Figure it out. Like, it's a lack of love there. There's something there, and it's probably on a psychological level that I'm not able to diagnose because I'm not a psychiatrist. But it's something with the parents. It's something with that generation, perhaps. That's what I'll be looking at a lot of times, perspective-wise. Like, something about that generation of people, like that group. But I'm not going to even go into what I fully think about that, because like I know, if you my age, I'm about what? 22. Like, I'm fucking with y'all know, those of y'all know, like, I'm older, like, you know what I'm saying? So, you kind of know what I'm talking about. Like, I grew up in the 80s, let's put it like that, right? And them parents above us, like, some of them is not, the nurturing type. Some of them is not really like, they really selfish. They really, you try to tell them, some of these parents never give like their kids that validation. They never give their kids that approval. They just constantly withdraw and withhold it from them, because I think as I'm a parent, and I think sometimes when I look at how I am with my kids, and when I justify things that probably were wrong, mistakes, missteps I made with my kids, I look at how my parents were and how fucked up they were. And I'm like, well, they was fucked up. I'm not doing that. So this can't be that bad. But that's not the case. You still have to kind of be accountable no matter what, especially as a dad, I feel. We have to be accountable when we're in those kids' lives, and we're hoping and trying to make sure that they are ready for the world and that they can enjoy life and ultimately find their happiness. I grew up with it feeling like there was this pressure, and none of my creative talents were explored. Nobody was my mom worked in a music company and never tried to get me involved with music in no way, shape, or form. But, that's my own little thing. That's my own little battle. That's for another day. We'll talk about that. But right now, I'm just saying all these things that people go through, all these setbacks, all these drawbacks, and the main people that's hurting you in most of these cases are people that look like you. People that are closest to you, that are supposed to be your protectors, are supposed to be giving you game and putting you on the right path and showing you the value of the family. I don't know what happened. I don't know where things changed. Like probably the 70s, right? Probably the 80s, crack epidemic. A lot of things, like we could probably go and start really putting up the numbers and see exactly when it happened. But y'all know what I'm talking about, so I don't have to do that. What I'm talking about is what led us to be to the point where we think we need to be isolated all the time. What led us to the point where it's always about who you not fucking with. What led us to the point where I used to fuck with them and now I don't fuck. It's really not like that in the world. I know, like, we be in our environments, we be in our bubbles, we be in our boxes, and it feel like, you deal with a few people and shit go bad, and you assume everybody like that. Oh man, I just ain't fucking with niggas because niggas is out. Nah, bro, like, you just was dealing with some of them dudes because you grew up around them, and it's proximity. Maybe you went to school with a few cats. But the fact of the matter is that sometimes we just outgrow. Sometimes we move forward. Sometimes we move beyond. Sometimes we go our separate ways. There's so many ways to put this where it doesn't have to be this whole negative association with, hey, that was my nigga. We used to rock. Hey, maybe I'm just on some new shit. I'm on some different shit, Brody went and got a family. He chilling now. You feel me? So, and I'm still over here doing what I'm doing. So he's not in the trenches with me. It's not a problem. I love that dude. And it's, instead of looking within, we get to the point, it's like we're looking at everybody like an enemy. We're looking at everybody like it's me against the world type shit. And I got a song too, like Call Me Versus Everybody, but it's something else entirely from the idea that I don't need niggas, that I don't need my boys, that I don't need my boys to hold me accountable, that I don't need my boys to put me up on game. I don't need my boys to look out with that job. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't need help. Like, that's stupid. We all need help. God put people on this planet to open doors and help you out. When he tell you, like, don't trip, like, you don't need nobody else, but you gonna need somebody. You gonna need it. Along the way, it's so much red tape, there's so many red herrings, there's so many booby traps and obstacles along the way. You gonna need somebody to be like, hey, watch out, duck your head. That one is coming. You feel me? So this idea that we need to get away from everybody and we don't need to fuck with nobody, nah, we just need to go outside. We just need to get jobs. We need to just show up places. We need to go to school and meet new people that's like-minded and on the same shit we on. We just need to let things, not be afraid, you know, to fuck with people who better than us, but make us feel good about ourselves. And that's who you want to fuck with. Too many of you, the problem with y'all ain't fuck with enough people that made you feel good about you. Like, you might have thought it was because she was fire, she looked good, all this boopty-bopty, but you knew deep down she didn't care about you. So it's like, what good is that? Like, you got the trophy bitch, but no, fuck with somebody who rocking with you. When you call them on a bad day and they there for you, remember them people. You know, them people, you know, not even got to give you money, not even got to shoot you material, but had some real information for you, had a different perspective that helped you, you know, move forward and move on from whatever you was dealing with at that time. Just imagine that, bro. Everything ain't got to be somebody got to do what you want them to do, and if they don't do it, they not your friend. Another excuse to isolate. Read a book called 48 Laws. Isolation is dangerous. And as a community, as a people, and they're going to probably like shut my video down because this is what they don't want. This is what they don't want. We don't need to be isolated. We just need to respect each other. We just need to, before love, before anything else, we just need to respect each other. We don't need isolation. We don't need to keep talking about who we not fucking with. We don't need to be scared of each other. We need to love each other. We need to respect each other. We need to crack jokes on each other and have fun and mean that shit from a nice, lighthearted place. We don't need to say underlying shit and make stupid comments because our life ain't how we want it to go. If we see our brother doing something, he trying to better himself, don't shit on that nigga shit. And I'm just going off on a tangent now. That's an episode for another day, right? Isolationism today, right? Like, no, we don't need isolationism. We need to fuck with each other more than ever. We need to, like, sit down with respect and figure out what our differences are. And say to ourselves, coming in, it's okay if this nigga different. It's okay if they think different. Everybody's not the same. Define yourself.
Bitch, I'm ill. Bitch, I'm ill. These niggas capping. They not for real.